The distress beacon pulsed through the void, a frantic cry for help meant for nearby Allied fleets. Aboard the Saravathi research station, panic reigned. Power conduits sparked, the life support systems groaned, and the last functioning communication terminal blinked its final warning. Signal sent. Awaiting response. Who did you send it to? Captain Valeric's voice rasped as smoke curled from the ceiling. The system auto-targeted the nearest receiver, the comms officer stammered. But it wasn't one of ours. Valeric's mandibles twitched. What do you mean? The officer hesitated, frills flattening in dread. It went to the Soul Sector. The room fell silent. Every Saravathi present felt their hearts sink. Of all the sectors in charted space, they had reached out to the one occupied by the Deathworlders, humans. For generations, tales of humanity had been whispered between officers like ghost stories. A species born on a hostile, unpredictable planet, shaped by predation, disaster, and endless internal wars. They were a paradox of savagery and ingenuity, expanding quietly yet relentlessly into the stars. Now, the Saravathi had begged them for help. 2 cycles later, a massive object appeared at the edge of the system, a dark silhouette blotting out starlight. It moved with unnatural precision, its hull scarred and bristling with weaponry. The research station's remaining crew gathered in the observation bay as it approached. "That's not a fleet," muttered Chief Engineer Xyrix. "That's one ship." The human vessel dwarfed their station, its armor plates glowing faintly with residual heat from a recent jump. Strange emblems were painted along its side, symbols no Saravathi could decipher, yet they carried the weight of history. Valeric's voice cracked the silence. "Identify yourself." For a moment, static answered. Then a calm, gravelly voice filled the bay. "This is the Terran vessel Resolute Dawn. We received your distress call." The crew exchanged uneasy glances. None of them had expected an answer so soon. None had expected them to come. A docking tether extended. Humans boarded in heavy exosuits, their movements deliberate but not overtly hostile. Their leader removed her helmet, revealing a scarred face with piercing eyes. "Your message said catastrophic failure. What's your status?" she asked. Valeric hesitated. "Critical systems are compromised. We did not intend for your kind to receive the signal." The human woman raised an eyebrow. "Yet here we are." She gestured, and her crew dispersed, moving with unnerving efficiency. Stabilizing power nodes, sealing ruptures, tending to injured Saravathi without waiting for permission. They worked like a strike team, not a relief squad. Xyrix whispered to a fellow engineer, "Do they always bring warships to render aid?" "They are Deathworlders," came the hushed reply. "This is their idea of aid." Hours passed. The Resolute Dawn systems synchronized with the failing station, rerouting energy and restoring oxygen flow. But with every act of assistance, an undercurrent of dread grew among the Saravathi. "What do they want in return?" one scientist murmured. "No species gives without taking." Valeric finally confronted the human captain as her team prepared a reactor stabilizer. "Why answer our call? There are no treaties between our peoples." The human's expression was unreadable. "We've been on the edge of this sector for years. We heard what your station studies, gravitational anomalies, rift signatures. We've lost people to the same phenomena." "You lost them?" Valeric asked. She nodded once. "We don't abandon our own, or others if we can help it." The words struck an odd chord among the Saravathi. Their own fleets often ignored isolated research posts, acceptable losses in the name of strategy. But the Deathworlders had come anyway, armed to the teeth, yes, but with purpose. By the 3rd day, the station was stable. The Resolute Dawn prepared to disengage. Yet rumors spread that humans had mapped the entire system during their stay, cataloging resources, scanning planetary orbits, even repairing a long-dead defense satellite without being asked. "They do not just save," Xyrix said darkly. "They secure." When the humans finally departed, the stars seemed colder. The massive ship slipped into FTL, leaving only a residual wake of energy behind. Valeric stared at the void where it vanished. We summoned them once. The galaxy will not forget that. A young cadet spoke from the shadows, voice trembling. Captain, what if they consider this a debt owed? Valeric closed his eyes. Then may the void have mercy on us. For Deathworlders always collect. In the command logs, the final report was marked. Distress call. Answered. Consequences. Unknown. Far away, aboard the Resolute Dawn, the human captain sent a final encrypted note to her superiors. Contact made. Sector holds potential strategic value. Recommend presence maintained. The Saravathi had sought salvation. Instead, they had invited something far greater and far more permanent into their corner of space.